Good Saturday afternoon to everybody. This is the video for the trend capture day trading system for the euro for the trading day of Friday, August 13th, 2010. I'll just dive right into it here. The first trade came in at 3:45 a.m. We began trading the euro at 3:30 a.m. There's a short at 28.90. You can see the bar touched the upper yellow channel, and both the flow indicators down here yellow confirm. That went for 34 ticks from the trigger to the low. The very next trade was another short at 28.64. Once again, from the trigger to the low, 17 ticks. And within 45 minutes, we've got a third short trade at 28.56, and from that trigger to the ultimate low was 28 ticks. At this point, some people might be for the day. You know, some people are only shooting for 50 ticks on the day, 40 ticks. So they're trading 30, 40 contracts at a time. So a little more than an hour's work and you could be, done. Let's move on. The system did really well today. There's an emergency stop here, emergency exit. You can see here we had a signal to go long, and the very next bar was down, so that just tells us to get out. And that emergency exit was a loss of 2 ticks per contract. Another short trade right here at 6:02 from 28.34, and took absolutely no heat on that. I mean, it just went 39 ticks from the trigger to the low. And after that trade, I was done for the day. I had reached my profit goal for the day. This trade here was another emergency exit for a 2-tick loss. And we had another short right here at 28.11, and that moved 20 ticks from the trigger to the low. Yet another short at 28.06. This is at 7:15 a.m. Eastern time, and that went for 30 ticks from the trigger to the low. So you can see there's some very nice moves here. There's no doubt about that. Sorry about this. This computer's been acting up. So we were here on this 30-tick move from the trigger to the low. So another really nice move. Here's another short, and it moved a little bit in our direction, and then immediately came up and stopped us out. 5-tick per contract loss on that. Keep our stops very tight. Here is an emergency exit. We had a long trigger here. The next bar was down. That tells us to get out. I realized that it would have been a profitable trade because it continued to go up, but I can't stress enough how much you need to follow these emergency rules, because it saved me from a lot of losses through the years. Here is a long trigger right here. Almost got stopped out. Missed by 1 tick. And ultimately it was to the good from the trigger to the high. Another long here at 28.16. Took some heat, but ultimately got 10 ticks from trigger to the high. Got stopped out of this short right here. And once again went about 4 ticks in our direction, and then almost identical to that last 5-tick stop out. So that was 5 ticks per contract. And almost immediately after that stop out, we get a short at 28.17 that goes in our direction and then makes us take a little heat, but ultimately the system, the trigger prevails, and that was good for 12 ticks. And here we've got a long here, and emergency stop exit for 1 tick. Immediately went long again on the very next bar, and that gave 11 ticks. So very nice. 2 shorts here for 7 ticks, 1 for 11 ticks. And the last 2 trades of the day, because of the 10:30 cutoff time, we had a short at 27.60. That was good for 12 ticks when triggered to the low. And then a short at 27.71, which was good for 15 ticks from the trigger to the low. So 3 emergency exits and 2 5-tick stop-outs for the bad side, and a lot of ticks to the good side. So another really good day. I'll be making a video for the E-mini 500. Today's Saturday, so I generally take it easy. I'll try and get it up tonight. Get that video up. I look forward to starting that trading room. I'm going to try for Monday. If anybody else is interested, I'd be honest with you, I don't have any room left. But I can always up the number of people that are allowed in the room. Just cost me more money. So if you're interested, send an email to tradecapture@gmail.com. That's TRADECAPTURE@gmail.com, and just express some interest. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later on, and I hope everybody has a good day trading on Monday.